Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are diving into one of the most haunting questions in literature. Who's the real monster in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein? Is it Victor Frankenstein, the ambitious scientist who defies nature? Or is it his creature, the tragic outcast driven to violence? Maybe it's society itself, or even us, the readers. Buckle up because we are about to unpack this Gothic masterpiece and wrestle with its moral dilemmas. If you love deep dives into classic literature, hit that like button and subscribe to so you don't miss more content like this. Let's start with a quick refresher. Frankenstein, published in 1818 by Mary Shelley, isn't just a spooky story about a mad scientist and his monster. It's a groundbreaking work of science fiction, gothic horror, and romantic literature. The story follows Victor Frankenstein, a young scientist obsessed with conquering death, who stitches together a living being from stolen body parts. But when his creation comes to life, Victor is horrified and abandons it. The creature, left to fend for itself, grapples with rejection, loneliness, and rage, leading to a tragic spiral of revenge. The question, who is the real monster, has been debated for over 200 years because Shelley doesn't give us any easy answer. Both Victor and the creature do monstrous things, but their motivations are complex. So let's break it down by examining their actions, their motivations, and the bigger picture of society's role. Part 1, Victor Frankenstein. Let's start with Victor Frankenstein, the guy who kicks off this whole tragedy. Victor's a brilliant scientist driven by a thirst for knowledge. He wants to penetrate the secrets of nature and defeat death itself. Sounds noble, right? But here's where it gets dicey. Victor's ambition blinds him to the consequences. He spends years in his lab, obsessed, neglecting his family, his health, and any ethical questions about what he's doing. When he finally brings the creature to life, he takes one look at it and bolts. He calls it a wretch and a demon because it's not the perfect being he imagined. Victor's reaction isn't just fear, it's disgust and rejection. He abandons his creation, leaving it to suffer without guidance or love. Imagine waking up in a world that hates you with no one to explain why you exist. That's what Victor does to that creature. Victor's actions don't stop there. He refuses to take responsibility for the creature's existence. When the creature starts lashing out, killing Victor's brother William, indirectly causing the death of Justine, and later targeting Victor's loved ones, Victor could step in. He could tell the truth or try to reason with his creation, but instead he doubles down on his denial, blaming the creature for everything. Here's a key moment. When the creature begs Victor to create a companion to ease its loneliness, Victor initially agrees but then destroys the female creature out of fear. This betrayal pushes the creature over the edge. Victor's not just neglect, he's actively making things worse. His pride, his refusal to face his mistakes, and his obsession with control make him look pretty monstrous. So, is Victor the real monster? His hubris and cowardice set this tragedy in motion. But before we lock him in the villain box, let's look at the other side. Part 2, the creature. Now let's talk about the creature. When we first met it, it's not a snarling monster, it's a newborn, essentially with no name, no family, no understanding of the world. Shelley describes it learning like a child. It observes a family, learns to speak, and even reads books like Paradise Lost. It's intelligent, sensitive, and desperate for connection. But everywhere it goes, it's met with fear and violence because of its appearance. Think about it. The creature don't ask to be born. Victor made it, then ditched it. Society rejects it without giving it a chance. The creature's loneliness is gut wrenching. In one of the most powerful scenes, it tells Victor, I am malicious because I am miserable. That line hits hard. The creature's violent acts, like killing William, framing Justine, and murdering Victor's fiancée Elizabeth, are horrific, no question. But are they the actions of a born monster or a being pushed to the brink of abandonment and hatred? The creature's story is a mirror of Victor's. Both are driven by intense emotions, Victor by ambition, the creature by despair. But the creature shows moments of humanity that Victor lacks. It saves a girl from drowning, only to be shot for it. It tries to befriend a blind man, only to be driven away by his family. By the end, when the creature mourns Victor's death and vows to end its own life, you can't help but feel sympathy. It's not just a monster, it's a victim of circumstance. So, is the creature the monster? Its actions are monstrous, but they stem from pain and rejection. Shelley makes us question whether the real monstrosity lies in how we treat those who are different. Part 3: Society and Us. Okay, let's zoom out. Maybe the real monster isn't just Victor or the creature, it's the world they live in. Shelley's novel critiques society's tendency to judge based on appearances. The creature's grotesque exterior makes people scream and attack before it even speaks. This reflection reflects the 19th century fear of the other, whether it's foreigners, the disabled, or anyone who doesn't fit in. Sound familiar, right? Shelley also implicates us, the readers, by making the creature so articulate and sympathetic. She forces us to comfort our own biases. Would we accept the creature if we met it, or would we recoil like Victor did? The novel holds a mirror up to our capacity for cruelty and compassion. Maybe the real monster is a part of us that judges too quickly or refuses to take responsibility for the consequences of our actions. Part 4: Who's the real monster? Alright, let's wrap it up. Who's the real monster in Frankenstein? Victor's hubris and refusal to own his mistakes make him a strong contender. He creates life, then shrinks the responsibility, causing a chain reaction of death and despair. The creature's violent revenge is monstrous, but it's a response to abandonment and rejection. And society. Its prejudice and fear amplify the tragedy, turning the creature's potential for good into a cycle of violence. If I had to pick, I would argue Victor bears the most blame. He is the catalyst. His choices start the dominoes falling. But Shelley doesn't let us off easy. She wants us to see shades of grey. The creature's crimes are indefensible, but they are born from pain. Victor's ambition is relatable, but it's reckless. And society's role reminds us that monsters are often made, not born. But I want to hear from you. Who do you think the real monster is? Victor, the creature, society, or something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get a discussion going. If you enjoy this deep dive, give it a thumbs up, share with your fellow book nerds, and subscribe for more literary breakdowns.